Next up is HB22, Delegate Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of this committee. Mr. Chairman, I would first like to bring an amendment.
Jones, I'm sorry, you just remember. All right, our screens were down. I just wanted to make sure everything's going out live. There's no problem with the live stream or anything like that because we were getting a weird no internet message on our screen. Everything's cool. Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Chair, I appreciate that. Just want to make sure.
You're good, Delegate Jones.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to bring an amendment to the House, to House Bill 22 on line 14. Please strike out metal or plastic and replace the language to say any material.
Move the amendment, Mr. Chair.
The amendment has been moved and properly second. The amendment is before the body, before the subcommittee.
Move adoption of the substitute.
Second.
It's moving properly second.
And the clerk will open the roll.
No, it's a voice
Oh,
vote.
it's a voice vote.
Those in favor of that motion will say aye.
As many that will favor this motion will say aye.
Aye.
Many that doesn't. All right, the motion moves.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. House Bill number 22 seeks to amend the Code of Virginia by adding a section numbered 18.2-308.5, Section 2, prohibiting the manufacture, importation, sale, possession, and transfer or transportation of auto sears. The bill defines a device known as an auto sear, colloquially known as switches, as well as penalties related to the bill. Please let it be known that House Bill 22 leaves room for those who are compliant with the National Firearms Act to not be affected by this bill. Glock switches or auto sears are small, inexpensive devices, Mr. Chair, that convert semi-automatic weapons into fully automatic guns. Auto sears are unsafe for civilians to use or possess due to their lack of control and immeasurable recoil. The added recoil puts more people at risk of getting hit in the crossfire. This legislation is a key priority for police departments across Virginia, citing an increase in the use of sears. Here in Richmond, we've collected over or confiscated over a few dozen over the past couple of years. And this is legislation, I believe, that will make Virginia a safer place, banning the manufacture, sale, possession, transfer, and transport of all auto sears that are non-compliant with the NFA or the National Firearms Act. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate Jones. Is there any members of the public speaking in favor of this bill?
Thank you. Talia Mallory with the Virginia NAACP, and we support the bill.
My name is Rick Edwards. I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Richmond. I think Delegate Jones explained this scenario pretty well. I would just like to add that we are seeing an increase in the seizure of these devices. In 2022, we seized 12. Last year, we seized a total of 18. And this bill will enable our officers, because what would happen today if we encountered, and there are examples of this, if our officers encountered someone with these auto sears in their possession, we could not arrest them on the spot. We could simply notify the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. And that would, and that person, we would be able to address at a later time if they chose to take that case. But that person isn't able to use those devices. They could sell more of them. There's an example of that we had in 2021 where our officers saw one on a keychain. We were able to seize that, but we let that person go. And that was a manufacturer. That was a person who was building them on 3D printers. And within 40 minutes, you can have a device that turns the most popular gun in America, the Glock 17, into a fully automatic machine gun. So we would just ask people to, we would just ask you to consider this bill. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. My name is Lori Haas. Attending the annual meeting of the Virginia Association of Chiefs of Police last year, we heard a chilling presentation from the ATF describing how these products are being manufactured, sold, distributed, and shared across too many places and too many spaces. they're hardly bigger than a Bic lighter, kept in one pocket. The firearm is kept on the other side, and as they so choose, or if they come encounter, often with law enforcement, they click it on the back of the firearm and it turns it into a fully automatic. We need to protect our law enforcement. We need to keep them safe, and they're asking us to prohibit these items. I support the bill. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Kelly Sampson. I'm an attorney at Brady, and we support the bill for all the reasons previously mentioned. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Carol Ray, and I support the bill.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Andrew Goddard, Virginia Center for Public Safety. We support the bill. Just as a test, I tried to go online to see how long it would take me to find one of these for sale, and it was under 5 minutes.
We're going to move to the online queue. First up, we have Ms. Hanwich. Ms. Hanwich. You're on mute. There you go.
Hi, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. My name is Jean Hanowich from Chesapeake, Virginia, and I'm speaking on behalf of the League of Women Voters of Virginia in support of this bill. Converting a firearm to shoot automatically without requiring manual reload results in a much more dangerous weapon. With this modification, one pull of the trigger could shoot 16 rounds. Auto sears are inexpensive to purchase or make on a 3D printer and should be illegal. Please vote yes. Thank you for your time.
Next up is Samuel Levy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On behalf of Everytown for Gun Safety, we support the bill for the reasons previously stated.
Thank you. Next is Andy Parker.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I echo the sentiments of the Chief of Police. This is a common sense bill that'll save lives. I fully support it. Thank you.
Thank you. Next in the queue is Mr. Fleetman.
I support this bill for all the stated reasons. I believe the shooter in Las Vegas who carried out the worst massacre in American history was using a similar device on his rifles. And look, when I listened to that first, I was sure that was a machine gun. I can't believe what that auto sear can do for a regular weapon. Please, we support this bill.
Thank you. Next in the queue is Dr. Robinack.
I urge the committee to support all the gun safety laws that are coming before you. This is one of them. The level of gun violence in the country is absolutely not tolerable. People used to carry out a grudge with a fist fight. Now they mow down dozens with rapid fire weapons, killing innocent people in schools and churches and stores. We must do all we can to stop this madness, and this is one of the bills that will help. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any members of the public that wish to speak against this bill?
Philip Van Cleve, VCDL. Actually, our original opposition to the bill was based upon it looking like the NFA code was incorrect in there and didn't cover the entire NFA. Upon reviewing what's currently listed on the site, VCDL has switched its position to neutral on the bill. Thank you.
Taylor McKean, National Rifle Association. I just want to point out there may be ambiguities that was mentioned earlier between the NFA and this and could cause confusion. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
And now we will go to the online queue. First up is Mr. David Adams. Oh, wait a minute. 22. Yes, Mr. David Adams, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. David Adams, Virginia Shooting Sports Association, the state association of the NRA. Like Mr. Van Cleve, we're neutral on this bill.
Thank you. Next is Vic Nichols.
City Sheriff's Office complained to a House Majority Party delegate that the gangs and criminals possessed them and were outgunning them, putting them in life-threatening danger. How many criminals in other areas with this law are giving up the devices willingly? Criminals aren't taught to control recoil. Think about it. Bye.
Next is Mr. Walter.
Given if the bill correctly excludes items covered by the NFA, allowing continued possession, I'm neutral on the bill. I do feel or know that shooting fully automatic weapons, clearly a lot of people here have not, that you tend to miss a lot more. I'm not sure this really improves public safety, although it will reduce public noise. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we will move to the committee for any questions. I see Delegate Helmer.
Mr. Chair, I just have a motion at the appropriate time.
Yes, sir. I see no other questions. Motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to report the substitute.
Second.
Has been a motion to move the
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, and I should have told you. I think this has a criminal impact statement, so likely the appropriate motion would be to report and refer to appropriations.
Mr. Chair, amend my motion. I move to report the substitute and refer this bill to appropriations.
Second.
There has been a motion to report and refer to appropriations, properly second. The clerk will open the roll. All right, is it working? The clerk will close the roll. HB22 will report and refer to appropriations on a vote of 10-0.
Mr. Chair, I just want to thank each and every one of you of the committee, as well as take this opportunity to recognize Major Davenport from Richmond Police, along with thanking Chief Edwards for all that he does in keeping Richmond and the surrounding areas safe. Thank you all.
Thank you.